Hey guys, we are in the basement, and today we're going to talk about a game that we've actually already reviewed, except this time the game is in the basement and not at FunSpot. But first I want to tell you I'm sorry that I didn't release a video last Sunday. I was actually at the Allentown Pin Festival in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I took a lot of footage, including footage of the Wizard of Oz pinball machine that Jersey Jack is releasing soon. So I'll be putting up a video about that soon, and also we will get back to the Gyrus Restore. I can't wait to get back to the garage and work on that. And by the way, check this out. Mad Planets has died. And you know what? Mad Planets and Q*bert are currently both dead, and it's both relating to the power brick that's on the bottom. I'm having issues with either the bridge rectifiers or the filter cap. I'm getting odd voltages out of the transformers. On Mad Planets, it actually shorted out a bridge rectifier and I blew fuse F4. So I'm gonna replace the bridge rectifier on that, and that should clear that up. But Q*bert, even weirder stuff's going on. Q*bert basically, I don't know what's happening, but I'm not getting proper output voltages out of the transformer after the bridge and all that. And hang on, let me turn this TV off. And so Q*bert's dead right now. I'm trying to figure that out. When I put the Mad Planets power brick in here when it was working, Q*bert was working also. But anyway, that's not what we're going to talk about today. Today we're going to talk about this game right here, Major Havoc. That's right, I picked up a Major Havoc. This is a Tempest conversion, and you know, Atari sold this as a dedicated version and also as a conversion version. And it was a kit. They made it for Tempest and Space Duel and Gravitar. Now, I did a FunSpot video review of this, and FunSpot also has a Tempest conversion. But at the time, I really didn't know how to play the game, and today we're going to do a much better gameplay video and just kind of go over the features and show you guys the different levels. There's actually more levels in this game than I realized, because I always thought that what we saw at FunSpot was basically the game, and there are actually more levels than what we saw. But anyway, the game is in pretty okay condition. The cabinet's solid. This is the full kit. The one at FunSpot does not have the side art on it, and Atari sold it with side art. This side art is kind of a little ragged, but it looks okay. It's all original. This is an entire piece of vinyl that covers the whole side of the cabinet, top to bottom. It's white vinyl here and then silk screened with the artwork on it, and so they sold this as a kit with this artwork. I guess the artwork was actually optional, as I learned in the manual. And so the operator that converted this game put the side art on. It's over the old Tempest artwork. You replaced the marquee here. It's just kind of almost like a control panel overlay, the material. And also comes with a control panel overlay, which is on here, which is in pretty good shape for original. It's a little chewed up on the bottom here. I'm probably going to get the roller controller. Right now it has the Tempest spinner, which actually doesn't work that bad with Major Havoc, but everybody says you got to get the roller, you got to play with the roller, because the original dedicated Major Havoc, which they only made 300 of them, that one had the roller controller, and in my previous video I showed you guys a picture of it. It's basically, it's like a skateboard wheel that's kind of on here, and you move left and right with it. So, but you know what? It's a really fun game, and I'm actually kind of falling in love with it. So, I tell you what, why don't I, and by the way, I got it down here. When I got it, it was really filthy. I just adjusted the monitor, so it's all lined up now. It looks really sharp. I cleaned it up with Simple Green. I put some new T-molding on it. I didn't do a full restore. I did a good enough restore. New T-molding. I scrubbed the hell out of the sides with Magic Eraser. The white here used to be a nice off-white. You should see the dirt that came off this stuff when I was scrubbing it. The coin door, I actually fixed that. These things were all busted. I had some extra parts. I threw that on here. I put the Atari sticker on the coin door because I got a bunch of those laying around. And what else did I do? And I just spent a lot of time adjusting the monitor and cleaning the insides. I took this all apart and put a new marquee and bulb in there. I actually always put new marquee bulbs and starters in the fluorescent light fixtures because I don't want to put this game in position and then like 2 weeks later the damn bulb burns out and I gotta pull the game out. It's just a real hassle. So anyway, I tell you what, let's set up the tripod and let me show you guys how Major Havoc plays. On your mark. Okay, we have the tripod set up, and again, this is the conversion version with the Tempest and the Tempest spinner. So the controls, if you can see here in the dark, let me turn the light on here for a second. The controls, we have the spinner, the Tempest spinner, to move left and right only. And by the way, during a track, if you spin the spinner, it actually goes into the high score screen and all that. So the spinner here moves you left and right, and the shield button is just that. It's a shield that's used during the platforming levels. And then you have this button that serves double duty. It's the fire and the jump button. Now, these buttons, well, I guess those are the same button holes that you would have had on Tempest, and you just change the colors because on Tempest they're black. And on this game, they are red and yellow. Okay, so let's turn the light off, and let's get a nice clear focused picture here. Come on, focus. There we go. And let's start the game. I actually turned off Tapper because it was causing a serious reflection on the screen. I also turned the LED rope lights off. Okay, so we're going to start a game, one player, obviously. And by the way, your Major Havoc, you're in space, faster completion of each wave. Instructions here says use tac scan for warping and information. That's the breakout thing. Destroy the mothership defenses. Land on the white platform or defeat a mothership in the maze. Find the reactor and touch it. Exit maze before a reactor blows up. Note, hold jump button for higher jumps. Now you're in space and you are Major Havoc, the leader of a brave litter of clones. You are them, they are you, all from one, one from all, fighting for humanity. I've never read this before. Eons ago, the evil VAXXIAN Empire overran the galaxy. Most of your ancestors were enslaved and taken to the VAXXIAN homeworld of MAYNARD. Only a few scientists escaped. Today, their empire is all about vanished. Yet VAXXIAN space stations, controlled and defended by robots, still patrol the galaxy and keep your people prisoner. This is deep. The small band of scientists cloned you, Major Havoc, to fly your catastrophizer through a wormhole in space and to lead your clone army against the dreaded VAXXIAN robot armada. Wow! Destroy the enemy space stations and land on the planet of Vax to free your people. Clones are free. We are giving them away. You may even earn a bonus clone now and then. End of text. You know what? I have never read that, and that was freaking awesome. I didn't know there was like this deep story about who Major Havoc is. Anyway, so he's a clone. I didn't know that. So all right, so let's start the game. And this game's a trip, man. So here we go. I guess there's one of my clones going into the ship and blasting off. Okay, when it starts out here, we have this breakout game, okay, and that actually serves a couple purposes. One, during the intermission, if you can clear all the bricks and your game continues, you'll get a free guy. Two, if you input a code down here, it'll actually warp you to a harder level. And that's actually really cool, because if you put like code, I think 35 in, it warps you to like the third level, or second level, the red level, where that is. But this first level here is kind of like a Galaga type thing where you're destroying the fish robots. And now we're going to land on that ship that was defending itself. And now we are on foot, and it's a platformer. And so these things, O2, those are oxygen, and we want to follow the arrows, essentially, to the reactor core, okay? And the controls are really floaty, you know, because you're in space. And it's really a finesse game. All right, so we just touched the reactor. Now we have 28 seconds to get out, and we've got 92 seconds worth of oxygen. And I'm just holding the jump button in there. Oh, shit. And I hit the ceiling, and I fell down. So you just hold it in, and you just kind of float to where you want to go. And the oxygen are worth extra points if you get them on the way out. All right, let's get to our ship. And this place is gonna blow. I love the somber music in this. It's so sad. I feel so alone in space. Alright, so now we continue our breakout game. And you can see on the bottom it says enter red warp code. And if we know it, and I think it's 35, we press the fire button once to get the first number, and then you rotate the knob to get the second, and you press it again. But we're not gonna use the warp right now. All right, so now we're on the second wave of these defenses of a new mothership. And they're getting a little more aggressive, and I just died.
On your mark.
Got one left. Come on, don't kill me. Get it! Alright, cool. Whoa. Alright, so we're going to land now on this second ship. And it's starting to get a little harder. The platformer's smaller. Okay, now we've got these little defense systems in here. And I'm just going to follow the arrows for now. Shit. Okay. Alright. Doing okay. Now, one thing to remember, when you get the reactor, everything freezes where it is. So I want to kind of make sure everything's in a good spot, that it doesn't block me like that thing just did. But I do have a shield, so we're going to use that right now. Okay, now we got to try to get out of here. And I got to try to weasel my way through these guys. Oh, shit. Can I use a shield again? No. Ah, damn it. Yeah, this is definitely a game of finesse. Now, since we got the reactor core, the thing has blown up without us, and now we're going on to the next level. So we don't actually get to finish the level after you get the reactor core, because you blew it up. The clone just died inside of it, I guess. Alright, so the next level here is the maze level, and I didn't even know this level existed until I had the game in the basement here, and it kind of freaked me out, because it's a really awesome level. And hopefully we can get past it here. And you've got these like swastikas flying at you that are building a maze. And so we're trying to kill them to make them stop building the maze, and now we're going to just kind of navigate through the maze and get to the end without crashing. And again, it's all about the finesse here. I don't want to crash. Don't touch a wall. Damn it! God damn it! Alright, let's continue. Why not? We can continue, right? So let's continue our game, which is not in the arcade spirit, but nonetheless, we're going to continue. Just so we can kind of see a little bit more of the game. Alright. So I guess we're back on the second level here. We're going to have to do this again. Alright, let's quickly do this. When I first played this game, I could not pass this level to save my life, and now I can do it almost every time on the first time. But it's the levels after this that are a real bitch. I guess there's like 13 levels to the game, and people have released actually more levels. And Owen Rubin, the creator of the game, has actually blessed them and I guess chosen some of the better ones. They call it Return to VAXXIAN or something like that. Alright, so let's grab this. Damn it. Okay, so those guys are blocking my way out, so I have to take my chances here with this robot thing. And let's just hope that he doesn't fire when I go past him, and he didn't. Alright. I mean, this is a really deep game, and it came out like in 83, 84. It was at the tail end of arcades, and I guess, for whatever reason, it was too late. And I guess the programmer, Owen Rubin, he spent 18 months of his life at Atari working on this game. And that's a really long time for game development from this era. You know, most of these games that are down here, I bet you were developed in a relatively short time. I mean, there's stories of Atari 2600 games being developed and finished in like a couple weeks or a month. Alright, we're gonna get past this, damn it. I just love like the twinkling sprite business going on here with the vectors. And this is a vector game, by the way. It's not a raster monitor, it's an XY monitor. And it's just drawn. God bless America. And it's basically drawn with like XY coordinates. You can shoot these walls, but it takes a lot of shots. And it's actually pretty good points to do that. Alright, we made it through the maze. So now we're on to the next boss here, and I guess the boss's defense this time around was a maze. And I don't think, oh, I have passed this one. This is the one with the warps. This is really cool. Really fast moving robots there. They bump into the wall. This game's got a lot of character. Okay. Alright, so we gotta just kind of gently fall here. And let's try to sneak past this guy. Alright, we got a robot there who's kind of clumsy. We're gonna try to just get up here. Oh yeah. We made it to the reactor. And now we gotta get out of here. Oh, I just got a free guy. So I want to get to this warp. Oh shit, don't fire! Ah! So that was a warp that would have taken me out. Damn it. So again, we got the reactor, so we don't get to finish the level. So I haven't gotten past anything beyond that without using the warp. So now we've got new bosses here, this like red stick thing. There's just like so much to this game, and I feel like I barely scratched the surface because there's like power-ups and there's keys, and they just keep adding more and more stuff to it. Now this level, I think, is when they introduced the key. I think, I don't know. Yeah, see, there's a key right there, and it's, I don't know. Do I risk getting that? Probably not. I got it. All right, cool. Alright, so we gotta get past these guys, and there's that guy right there. Just, I guess, shield it, and we're just gonna kind of hope for the best as we fall down here. Alright, there's another key right there. Sweet. Okay, so now we can open, oh shit, damn it. So we could have opened those little gates right there with the keys and got little bonuses. Alright, so I lost the keys, and they're not there anymore. Oh. Alright, that is it. You know, we did, hey, that was my highest score yet. Look at that. I also continued. Alright guys, there you have it. You know what, that is Major Havoc, and I hope you guys enjoyed it the second time around. I think that we showed a lot more than we did when we played this at Fun Spot. It is a really cool game, and if you've got an opportunity to play this or even pick it up, I mean, the original dedicated version of this is like stupid money. I mean, it's like $5 grand, and it's just really rare, and everybody wants one. So you can find these kit ones relatively inexpensively. Even less if you're lucky, and you have some friends that maybe you can trade with or something. But I feel pretty fortunate to have this down here. It's a really neat game. Major Havoc from 1980. Is it 3 or 4? I don't know. But really cool game. And I got all the original literature here. A lot of special instructions for the Tempest version, because the Tempest version has a 6100 in it, which is the model number of the monitor, whereas the Dedicateds had an Amplifone brand monitor. This has a Wells Gardner 6100. I think the refresh rate or it's a little slower monitor. Honestly, I think it looks pretty good, so I don't have any problems with it, and love it. So yeah, and by the way, yes, Moon Patrol has left the building. It's gone, guys. It was very hard for me to decide which game to get rid of to make room for this, and Moon Patrol, unfortunately, was the one that left. Alright, guys, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed Major Havoc Part 2. By the way, I release videos every Sunday and sometimes in between. This is a kind of a special midweek video. But I'll be back on Sunday, probably continuing the Gyrus restore. And maybe, or we'll do the Allentown Pin Show thing. I don't know. Check out my YouTube channel. Of course, you're on my YouTube channel. Check out my website at johnsarcade.com and my podcast, Video Game Outsiders, at videogameoutsiders.com. We do that podcast live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern at All Games, which is allgames.com. And I guess that's it. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.